Hi, if you're using a computer, then you're going to need an Office application. But there are many of them out there. Which one is the best for you? I'm going to review 4 of these applications on the market today for you to make a better decision. Stay with me. But before we start, please hit the subscribe button below and ring the bell to notify when we release new videos. Applications that we are going to review today are Microsoft Office, which is available in online version and installable version, Google Docs, which is online, OpenOffice, which is a project of Apache and it is an application to install, and last but not the least, LibreOffice. So let's start. I invite you to my desktop to share with you some information about these Office applications. Okay, here we are at my Windows desktop, and we're now going to review these different applications on the desktop. I'm not going to cover installation of any of these packages because I will cover them later in every separate videos that I'm going to make for each of these softwares. So I assume that you have these applications installed and or you know how to do this. So we're going ahead. The first of them, which I'm going to cover, is Microsoft Office, which is the commonly best and most popular one in the world, especially on Windows platform, and it's only the only package that is a commercial package and you have to pay for it. And I found different packages of this applications of Office 2016 from something around $50 to $150, and though you have to buy it, you have to pay for it, and it's not free. Okay, if you have the Microsoft Office installed on your computer, you have to go to Start and open the programs. Of course, I'm using Windows 7. If you're using different operating system, different Windows version, of course you know how to do this. From your programs drawer, you can find the Microsoft Office. I have the Microsoft Office 2013 installed on my system, and it is a very good stable version of Microsoft Office that I have I've been using for several years from now, and I'm completely need it. Okay, here at the subfolder of Microsoft Office and the application drivers of Start menu in Windows 7, I have different applications of Microsoft Office. The most popular one is going to be Microsoft Word. Microsoft Word is a word processor. It's one of the most popular word processors in the world, and it works very well. It's very handy. It is a very comprehensive word processor application, and of course, as you can see, it has its own difficulties. Okay, here we are at the application of Microsoft Word, and it is very handy. It is since I believe version of Office 2007, it changed its interface from a menu-based to a panel-based. It is very handy. It is very easy to use, and it is, as I am, very comfortable. And it's good looking, of course. Okay, you can work with this Word application. It has, as I said, a very comprehensive environment. It has you can work with references as an academic user. You can use different styles of bibliography and citations. As you can see, APA, Chicago standards, and any other Harvard standards, which are used to cite and refer in scientific essays. You can use footnotes, you can note captions, and as a reviewer you can use tracking notes, tracking changes, which is used to track the changes of an editor on a paper, on a document, and you can accept or reject any of your reviewers' suggestions. It's a very comprehensive tool, and it can use many different types of add-ons that you can install on it, because it has the open programming platform of Visual Basic, and many developers developed their applications and add-ons on the base of Visual Basic. Then they added to the Microsoft Word. Okay, you can save your files with many different formats, and as you can tell, you can save your files directly in PDF format, and it's something that recently added to the Microsoft Office. It hasn't had any ability to save PDF formats several versions before, but it is compatible with PDFs now. You can print your document with a very comprehensive tool. It depends, of course, on your printer abilities, and you can share your document right from your applications. And of course, you can close the application from this button. I'm not going to save anything. And let's go to review the online version of Microsoft Word. If you go to your OneDrive account, I'm not going to make the OneDrive account now. I assume that you have one OneDrive account already, and don't worry, I will cover it in different video, because it's a very handy, it's very good tool, especially for Windows users. It is very good, and of course a free tool to use with your Windows, and it can be used to integrate your desktop with your smartphone, of course, too. Okay, here I assume you are in your OneDrive account. Here you can create a new or open a Word document. When you do this, the Word document will open in something called Word Online, and it is Word Online. As you can see, it is very similar to Microsoft Word desktop version. It is a bit limited, and it has some limitations, of course, because it is web-based, and all the application comes from the web, and you can see that I'm using it in Google Chrome. Of course, you can use it in different browsers: Google Chrome, Firefox, Internet Explorer, etc. It has the referencing part, it has reviewing part, it has formatting parts, and it can do the saves part, print part, and many other application tasks that Microsoft Word Online can do. And I'm not seriously faced any hard limitation that forced me to switch to desktop version when I don't have it available, except that once I remember that my files were which were created in desktop version didn't open up in online version of Microsoft Word with no reason. It didn't say anything. It just said I could not open the application, the document. That's the only limitation I faced with it. It is a very good application. I used it several times. It's a very handy. It's a lightweight web page. As a web page, it is a very lightweight web page, and it's okay. And you can directly save it, share it, and when you share it, you can comment on it for your co-workers. And of course, you can directly open it from this page in your desktop installed version of Microsoft Word. Okay, hold this for Microsoft Word. We have another application of Microsoft Excel. Excel is a lovely application of spreadsheet. It's a very good calculation platform. You can use it to do your calculations from your home application, for example, for your taxing or living calculations, to a very vast special mathematical calculations. Excel also has its version of desktop installed and version of online. In the case of using resources of the system, these two versions are just like versions of Microsoft Word. Microsoft Excel is an application of mathematics and statistics that is awesome. It is very good application. It has a comprehensive range of mathematical functions. You can do some sort of programming in it, and you can solve many problems. You can do many statistical tests in the means of statistic, and in other hand, it's very handy, it's very easy, it has a very simple logic to it. It's a table, it's called a spreadsheet. It has cells. Cells have names. For example, the cell first number is A1, which is in the column A, and the row 1 it calls A1, and for example this one is D4. You can see that it's a very simple logic, and you can address the format of the cells in it. I'm not covering the Excel details, but I'm telling you that it's very simple, it's very handy, despite it is a very comprehensive application, of course. I can do an example for you. Let's check that we are going to sum these numbers together. We're going to add this 2 and make a summation of them. This is as easy as pressing the simple button of auto sum and enter. Right here you can see the summation of 2 plus 3 plus 4, which is 9, and here you can see the formula that I've entered to the cell A4, and it is as easy as this. And of course it is the logic applied to all of the spreadsheets. I'm going to cover this. They is following this simple logic.